I'm joined on the microphone once again by Lightning Slim.
Hello, roller derby fans.
And we have 2 roller derby games left tonight. This one being the 3-4 game. You either get bronze or you go home with nothing.
You have just seen one of these teams play, Hammer City. And they are facing Pulp Affliction from Orangeville, a team that has done some pretty heavy lifting in this tournament up to this point. Isn't that right, Captain Luke?
They have indeed. They have worked very hard all tournament long. Both of these teams at one point having to play back-to-back games to get this far. Hammer City getting the double dose of back-to-back. Both teams now playing their 6th 20-minute matchup in this tournament.
And interestingly, a little wrinkle, each of these teams has an import from Tri-City, both of them from the Venus Flytramps. Gitana Loba is playing for Hammer City, and Hull and Ass will be jamming, no doubt, for Pulp Affliction, their teammates in Tri-City.
And both of them have done a great job this weekend helping out the teams that they were brought in to assist. Again, sometimes it's tough to get full rosters for these tournaments when the criteria is so minimal. You can't have skated for more than a year, and I believe someone told me that there was a 7-bout maximum that you had played. Someone said 5, and someone said just 1 year. But regardless, you can't have been skating for very long overall. So
we have a shot there of Pulp Affliction from Orangeville wearing, well, orange.
Orange. They have worn black in this tournament. I prefer their bright and happy orange. Representing their home city of Orangeville, they started off this tournament facing off against Divas. Divas will face off against Les Bûches later after this game. Losing that game, they then had to win every game after that. They took out the Power Dames. They took out the Smooth Operators. They then defeated the Renegade Derby Dames, and then went on and lost to Les Bûches fairly handily. But that means they're in the 3-4 game. The Divas have done great. Les Bûches has done great, and Hammer City just losing to the Divas in the last game by 12 points.
And you have to wonder, Captain Lou, if Hammer City has anything left in the tank for this competition, although a good number of these teams have played several games already today.
It has been hot and a sweaty day. Everybody has been bleeding water out their flesh. Everybody's exhausted, but Pulp Affliction getting to do their intros. It's nice in the 3-4, the 1-2 games that they actually get to do proper skate-ins. I don't have a list of exactly who is skating for Pulp Affliction in this game, but I will read off everybody who is rostered. So far in this tournament, number 007, Hannibal Hexer. Number 106, Out of Control. Number 11, Red Hot Sonia. Number 1308, Spoonsy Q. 3313, Scoopy Smacks. Number 4, Benny Bad Dutch. Number 5, Starbust. Number 53X, Fearless Vajay. Number 550, that's Haulin' Ass. 5, 6, 7, 8 is Constance Mayhem. Number 64, Kimmy A Reason. Number 669, Lizzie Battery. Number 7, Cherry Bomber. D13, Eleanor Riga Mortis. Number F15, Ferginator. K9 is Kate Knievel. And T3X is Booty Blocks a Lot. On the bench is Rage in a Cage. And the manager of Team Canada himself, Flying Brian Gilman.
Flying Brian, he is an Irishman. I'm not sure if he is an Orangeman, but certainly a member of the Orangeville team.
Either way, he's willing to wear the color orange for this game. So, Pulp Affliction trying to get themselves pumped up for this game. Everybody exhausted. Game number 6, getting ready to go into the books for both of these teams. And we were mentioning earlier to each other, Slim, that skaters like Gitana Loba will probably have played more bouts today than they have in their entire career.
In fact, yes. This whole day has been a match, if not more than equal to everything they've done so far. And here comes Hammer City, dressed in the black. They include number 13, Dangerous, number 17, Hez Dispenser, 187, Home Wreckin' Holly, 213, Hardcore Lolo, 237, Halfway Horrible. 314, Pretty Shady. 33, Emily Ashfield. 711, Pity a Foo. 714, Gitana Loba. 777, Full Tilt. 816, Half Kiltered. Number 828, Steffi Spitfire. 9mm, Murder She Rolled. M1, Millie Right Hook. And on the bench for Hammer City, Peppermental and Wax Poetic.
Wax Poetic, of course, holding a very special position within the WFTDA Slim.
That's right, recently named to the Rules Committee.
WFTDA, of course, the governing body of the Women's Flat Track Derby Association. Hammer City is a member of that. Many of the teams here are not members, but do play under their rule sets.
Wax Poetic is now a member of the newly struck Rules Theory Committee. And if you look just off camera there, you can see that she is also quite capable of busting a move.
Yes, the coaches keeping their team pumped up. A long day of Derby. We started at 11 o'clock this morning and it is now 9:15 at night. Over 10 hours of action has been brought to you on Canuck Derby TV, produced by layer9.ca. If you've enjoyed the action that you've seen today, please consider clicking the donate button. It makes it a lot easier for us to bring the action right to your home.
You see Peppermental dancing there, slapping the hands of her players. Last time I saw Peppermental, she was in fact in a wheelchair, Captain Lou, and it is very nice to see her back on her feet.
Absolutely. I actually called a couple Hammer City games at the Spring Roll down in Fort Wayne, Indiana. She was bench coaching for the Hammer City A team and was hopping out on crutches or wheeling herself in the wheelchair anytime that she needed to have an official review. As with most of the games today, all of the games today actually, this game will be 20 minutes long, each team getting 2 timeouts, 1 official review. Skaters are allowed 4 majors before they are asked to leave the bout, and the winner will take home the bronze medal. Jam underway, Slim.
Dangerous, as she has before, number 13 for Hammer City, jamming, pushing her way to the front. She's facing Starbust. She has lead, but Starbust is in hot pursuit. Lou.
Yeah, Starbust absolutely on her tail. Not exactly what Hammer City wants when they've got their top jammer on the track, but Dangerous does have control of when the jam ends, and she chooses to end it now. 1 point going to Hammer City, nothing to Orangeville's Pulp Affliction. Hammer City drawing first blood, 1-0.
We reload the weapons of track destruction. Gitana Loba, number 714 in the black. She will face Hull and Ass. These are teammates, 2 Venus Flytramps from Tri-City.
And those booty shorts that Gitana Loba is wearing are actually Venus Flytramp colors.
It's a dead giveaway of the green and pink.
Slim, of course, the announcer for Tri-City Rollergirls. I, myself, used to coach the Venus Flytramps, so we both have a certain affection for that team and league.
Gitana Loba gaining the affection of any Hammer City fans in attendance. She is lead.
And still stuck in the pack. Hall and Ass getting knocked down by Home Wreckin' Holly, who has been a home wrecking machine.
Not the first nor the last to be knocked down by Home Wreckin' Holly at this tournament, I suspect.
No, she has been sending jammers and blockers flying all tournament. And we've got ourselves a track cut on Hall and Ass. That means Gitana Loba, the only jammer on the track, the only player that can score points. She belongs to the Hammer City FreshMeat, and she just put 5 points on the board.
A power jam for Gitana Loba. And she's coming around the track looking for more, maybe some tired legs with not a great deal of alacrity as she views the scene before her, heads to the inside.
I mean, there are 4 blockers on the track for Orangeville, but they let her go as she scoots through on the outside. Another 5 points go up for Hammer City. They're in the lead, 11-0. Power jam continues for the FreshMeat from Hamilton.
Gitana Loba with a grin on her face as she, or perhaps a grimace, fights her way through the defenders of Orangeville. Once again, another grand slam for Hammer City.
If I didn't have headphones on, I'd swear I heard her giggling as she went into the back of those blockers. She is looking tired. Homewreck and Holly opening up that wall.
Homewreck and Holly has been a one-woman sweeping machine for her jammer, absolutely clearing like crazy.
And they have to let Gitana Loba go. 5 more points go up on the board. Holland Ass is out of the penalty box. I don't believe that she has completed her initial scoring pass. So Gitana Loba has time, but time runs out in the jam. Homewreck and Holly takes a seat in the penalty box. Hammer City will be missing her, but they won't miss the fact that they are now winning this game 21-0 over Pulp Affliction.
No points for Holland Ass, so she had not completed her initial pass. You see there, flying Brian Kilman in the orange, speaking with referee Samiracle and Dr. Jekyll Peppermental to the right.
So it looks like we're going to have an official review here. We're going to see Jammer F. Peak Daddy heading out there to do the hands to shoulders motion, indicating official review. Official reviews are a fantastic time to thank all of the sponsors that have helped bring the Fresh and the Furious from the Ted Reeves Arena to your home through the internet. Rumbling Rage Derby Shop, your one-stop shopping experience. Everything you need to play roller derby all in one store. Check us out online at www.rumblingragederbyshop.com and unleash your inner monster on the track in Monster Muffin Derby wear. From street to track, we've got you covered, outfitting teams with uniforms from around the world. Check out all of the excitement at monstermuffin.com. And Slim, Monster Muffin playing for the Renegade Derby Dames this weekend, having an absolutely fantastic tournament and picking up the MVP herself. Who provided those MVP prizes, though, Slim?
It was Rydell Skates. Rydell Skates were able to provide a set of wheels for the MVP from each of the teams at the tournament. Our great thanks to tournament sponsor and provider of those MVP prizes, Rydell Skates.
Homewreck and Holly posing in the penalty box, waving to the people at home. Those people at home, I wonder if they include Riley and Ryerson. It's pretty late at night for kids that young to be watching, but they may be checking out to see what Mom's doing on the track.
Indeed. Nothing at the moment. She's in the penalty box, Captain Lou. I think her kids may have to get used to that.
But the penalties, the amount of damage she does in between the penalties that she takes makes her an incredibly entertaining player to have on the track.
You know what? You got to break eggs to make an omelet, and she is a fantastic breakfast chef, especially at this tournament.
Our official review continues, Slim. You see our referees. We now have a more experienced referee group out there for these championship games. There are some rookie-level referees who are getting some experience this weekend as well. But
I must say that Wax Poetic is engaging in something my grandmother would have called jackassery at the Hammer City bench, and our camera people are dutifully avoiding it.
Wax Poetic, of course, a PhD candidate. I believe she is just in the process of completing her doctorate, thus proving once again that even though you can get a PhD, it doesn't mean that you can't goof off.
Absolutely. Oh, there she is. Oh, yes. And of course, now that we've stopped talking about it, she's not going to do anything funny. Timeout over. Thank goodness, ladies and gentlemen.
We have played 3 minutes and 6 seconds. The timeout taking more than that to complete. 16 minutes and 54 seconds remaining. Dangerous on the line against Red Hot Sonia. Dangerous fighting hard to get through that line. But coming out first is number 11. That's Red Hot Sonia for Pulp Affliction. They will have an opportunity to put points on the board. Dangerous escaping from the pack as well. 30 feet back from Red Hot Sonia. Red Hot Sonia going to have to hustle. All of the points are hanging out at the back in the Pulp Affliction blocker line. Red Hot Sonia looking to get through, checking the back, calls off the jam, picks off points as she skips through. 4 points, all 4 blockers for Pulp Affliction. That's going to break the goose egg. 4 points going to board for Pulp Affliction, 21 for Hammer City. 16 minutes ago, Slim.
Important moral victory for Pulp Fiction as they break through the barrier, 21-4. And we just received a note on the chat feed that Wax Poetic has her PhD. She has completed her PhD.
She's totally a doctor then.
Dr. Wax Poetic, dancer extraordinaire.
and bench coaching a fine, fine job this weekend. Getting through the front was Starbust, perhaps not so legally. And Starbust will now head to the penalty box.
That didn't quite work out for Starbust. This is a power jam for Hammer City as Steffi Spitfire, diminutive and visored, heads through the pack.
Yes, it does protect her face from the elbows and hands that normally hit the faces of smaller skaters. She has done a great job all weekend long, 5 points. That penalty that went to Starbust, who is hanging her head in shame, was an absolutely massive track cut through the inside, came out in front of the pack, hung her head in shame, skated out of bounds, and then waited for her penalty to be
The left brain sometimes says, Captain Lou, that you have cut someone, and the right brain sees all that open track that you can skate on.
Steffi Spitfire, now the only skater who can score points on the track, doing a great job for Hammer City's FreshMeat, putting another 5 points up on the board. Hammer City extending their lead over Orangeville's Pulp Affliction, 36-4.
Homerick and Holly continues to block anyone she can get her hips upon and clear space for her jammer. Steffi Spitfire falls to the inside line, reloads herself.
Yeah, Lizzie Battery picking up a back blocking major, trying to get out from behind that wall that Homerick and Holly was holding down.
Kate Neville takes a penalty also, trying to put the hit there on Steffi Spitfire.
And Steffi Spitfire through the pack again. Another 5 points going up on the board. Hammer City continuing to extend their lead. Starbust, power jam is over, is in the pack, takes a whip off of Spoonsy Q.
Holmberg and Holly puts the shoulder into Starbust. The jam is over, however.
And big points on the board for Steffi Spitfire. Hammer City moving up to 49. Pulp Affliction stuck at 4. 13 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this game.
Captain Lou, Hammer City is sticking the boot in, and this boot has wheels on it.
4 wheels on each boot, which is why Rydell gave the MVPs of this tournament 8 wheels to keep them rolling on the track, as only Rydell can do. Jamming away, hauling ass out there in orange for Pulp Affliction. Dangerous jamming for Hammer City's FreshMeat. Dangerous will get out first. She's your lead jammer. Pretty shady, trying to hold back. Hauling ass.
Hauling ass has escaped the pack now. However, Dangerous approaches the pack. Each team with blockers in the box, room to skate. Dangerous cruises through the middle of her own blockers and faces a 2-wall at the front. She splits the defense, calls off the jam immediately. Did Haul Ass steal a point? No. That is a 5-0 jam.
So Hammer City continues to increase their lead. They've had a great tournament all day long. They ran into the whirling Spitfire of Les Bûches this morning, and then came up just a bit short against the Divas in the semifinal, and now are really taking it to Pulp Affliction. Taking the hammer to the orange, as it were.
It's like a Gallagher show.
There's pulp everywhere. Steffi Spitfire coming out the front of the pack. Hands going up, wondering if she got a penalty, wondering if a penalty was called on the blocker that hit her. Nothing happened as a result, but she did get lead jammer.
Yes, but that bewilderment cost her precious seconds, and it looks like the jammer for Pulp Affliction, that is number 11, Red Hot Sony, is catching up with her.
And Hammer City wants to make sure at this point in the game that they don't make any mistakes. Yes, they have a sizable lead. Yes, they've added 2 more points to that lead, 56-4, but Orangeville has shown us this weekend that they can put points up very quickly on the board. There's still 11 and a half minutes remaining in this game. There's 2 blockers, there are 3 blockers on the track for Hammer, 1 blocker in the box. Hammer has to make sure that they play smart and careful derby. And these are rookies, these are first-year skaters. Sometimes it's easy to make a mistake. Not making a mistake there, though, Slim. Dangerous.
That's Dangerous right out in front. She has lead. She's way in front of number 5. That's Starbust. The packet is at a virtual standstill. Dangerous faces a wall of orange, however. They are defending her quite well.
Yeah, nice work by Eleanor Rigamortis, forcing it to the outside. Dangerous still picking up 2 points, but limiting the damage that Hammer City could cause. 58-4, 10 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this game. Lining up with the stars on their heads. Holland Ass for Pulp Affliction, Steffi Spitfire for Hammer City. Hammer City, of course, in their traditional black and gold. Orangeville, strangely enough, wearing orange.
In orange, go figure. Holland Ass tries to plow her way through the middle. Steffi Spitfire held back. Holland Ass comes around the outside, and she may have picked up lead. That is lead for Holland Ass of Orangeville.
So only the second time in this game Orangeville has picked up lead, and right behind her, Steffi Spitfire showing no signs of fatigue, gaining quickly on Holland Ass. She's going to have to really hustle. All the points are at the back of the track. Hammer City has sped up this pack. So Holland Ass quickly coming into the pack. Looks like Steffi Spitfire is going to pick up all the points herself.
Holland Ass puts on a burst of speed, cuts through, calls off the jam. What will be the total? 4 and 4, Captain Lou.
So it is a wash, not what Pulp Affliction needs, but if you want to consider it a moral victory, they have doubled up their score. 62-8 for Hammer City over Orangeville, a 54-point lead. 9.5 minutes remaining in this game. Following this game, you will see the matchup of the number 1 and number 2 teams. We don't know which team will be which because they all came in evenly ranked, but we will see Les Bûches from the province of Quebec facing off against the Divas from Toronto Roller Derby. And in this game, we still have Hammer City versus Orangeville, and that's dangerous, getting lead jammer for Hammer City.
It is Red Hot Sonia having some difficulty at the back of the pack as Dangerous cuts around to the outside. She puts up a grand slam.
And one of the reasons she may be having difficulty is wearing the pivot stripe is Home Wrecking Holly. She has been a wrecking crew all weekend long. Katana Loba has been blocking and now hits has been jamming, now hits the ground hard. And flesh meeting concrete at this point in time. You hear that sticky scraping noise. Unpleasant.
Katana Loba skating off hand to buttock.
That's right. She winced when she hit the ground there. There was that squeaking flesh sound, so not much fun. 71 for Hammer City, 8 for Pulp Affliction. 8 minutes remaining in this game. Hardcore Lolo taking the star for Hammer City. She's done that once that I have seen this today, but perhaps a little tiredness on the bench.
A need to diversify within Hammer City as action begins again. Starbust skating for Orangeville. She pushes her way to the front, tries to cut to the inside, and it is Starbust with lead jam.
But you know, for all the times that she's been out there blocking and finally putting the star on her head, Hardcore Lolo does make her way out of the pack. Starbust is going to have to hustle.
Hardcore Lolo blows a tire in turn number 2. Loses valuable time as Starbust cuts through the pack on a scoring pass.
Those 4 fingers from her jammer ref go in the air. That means 4 points are going on the board for Pulp Affliction. That moves them to 12. Hammer City at 71. 7 minutes remaining in this game. Quite a gap, but not insurmountable with time left on the clock.
Captain Lou, happy are they who can reach double digits when facing a superior opponent. It seems that Hammer City has the number of Pulp Affliction, but they are showing no signs of quit.
And if you want to consider when these leagues were founded, Hammer City, one of the original leagues in Canada, Orangeville, I believe, was founded last year. So,
yep, the game has evolved, Captain Lou, and Holland Ass evolving along with it. Spinning around the outside, she is lead jammer for Orangeville.
Steffi Spitfire finding her way out of the pack. Holland Ass needing to haul a bit more ass to get into that pack to pick up some points. She's getting held back by that wall of black and picks up 2 additional points for Pulp Affliction. Orangeville moving up to 14. 6 minutes remaining this game. Both teams with both of their timeouts left.
71-14 the current score, 6 minutes. As Captain Lou said, Red Hot Sonia On the jammer line for Orangeville, she faces Dangerous, who's been in heavy rotation.
She has indeed. And Dangerous, again, is one of those members of the WFTDA travel team from Hammer City, the A team. She's done a great job jamming there as well against high-level opposition. So she has shown her skill at this tournament as well. One of the top jammers in the tournament, I would have to say, Slim.
Is interesting. This is a rookie tournament. Everyone here is fresh meat, but not all rookies are created equal, Captain Lou. And here is where some real talent seems to come into play, as Dangerous has been an absolute wrecking ball for Hammer City.
Oh, and Katana Loba going down hard again. I believe probably just another flesh on concrete injury, possibly on the same side that she got the first one.
I would agree, Captain Lou. I think she fell on the same side she hit previously.
As we know, rink rash is never fun. And at this point in the game, everyone's a little bit tired, and the last thing you want is to feel the flesh peeling from your body as you slide along concrete. I'm not sure you ever really want to feel that, but the last thing you want at this point is that.
On the jammer line for their respective teams, Starbust, Steffi Spitfire.
75 for Hammer City, 14 for Orangeville's Pulp Affliction. Home Wreckin' Holly, Hardcore Lola, Pretty Shady, and number 17, that's Hez Dispenser on the line for Hammer City. We're getting ourselves an official timeout. Why are we getting an official timeout? We'll see if we can figure this out. Referees gathering in the center. No, it's a miracle, says everything's cool. We're just checking in at the Orangeville bench. And the jam's underway. 5-on-5 roller derby action. 4 blockers aside. Both jammers on the track. Steffi Spitfire facing off against Starburst. Steffi Spitfire getting through the wall of orange, picking up lead jammer for Hammer City. Starburst running up against Home Wreckin' Holly and Pretty Shady again. Both those skaters have made appearances on the WFTDA travel team as well, showing their experience on the track. 1-year skaters with a lot of experience, Slim.
Skating on, Steffi Spitfire takes a penalty. And this is now a power jam for the Pulp Affliction of Orangeville. Starbust.
The Pulp Affliction is down by 61 points, but there's still 4.5 minutes to go. It was a high block that Steffi Spitfire picked up. Sadly for Starbust, she picked up a penalty as well, which means Steffi Spitfire is going to get popped out of the box. And we're going to play musical chairs. Starbust will serve the amount of time Steffi Spitfire served, which was not that long. She is standing now as well. And this jam will go the full 2 minutes, Slim.
Steffi Spitfire with a grand slam coming around with great speed. Catches up with the pack. Again, she has asked her blockers to pull back, stretch out the pack, create an open situation for her, and she's around the outside again.
Steffi Spitfire making it through. Oh no, she picks up a second high block as she made it through, indicated by the outside pack ref, Trip Your Mama. So now we do have another power jam for the Pulp Affliction from Orangeville. 13 seconds remaining in the jam.
Starbust looking exhausted, may not be able to do much with this power jam as Home Wreckin' Holly puts the shoulder into her.
And with that, time runs out on the clock. Starbust unable to get through on a scoring pass to pick up any points. 85 for Hammer City, 14 for Pulp Affliction. Timeout going to Hammer City. And this will be a power start for Pulp Affliction. Again, with 3 minutes remaining, 71 points is a pretty long road to hoe.
I'd say that was a tall order, Captain Lou. You see a shot there of Steffi Spitfire. She's not pleased with herself right now.
She is glistening with sweat. She has skated six bouts today. Yes, the bouts are only 20 minutes long.
And she knows that we know.
But the fact that the bouts are only 20 minutes long to them means that often the skaters give maximum effort on each and every jam that they're out there. It's one of the things about these sprint games is that you only have to go for 20 minutes, so you just go and you give her for that. And you forget about the fact that you have 5 more games to play.
Well, one never knows how many you're gonna take to win this tournament. And it looks like Hammer City are well on their way to winning a bronze medal at this tournament.
And Hammer City in a real rebuilding process. The FreshMeat obviously coming along very nicely, given that they are likely to win the bronze medal at this tournament. The travel team, the A team, started this year 133rd in the world in the WFTDA rankings. Last rankings that just came out placed them at 93rd. So they have moved up 40 places during this season. So real kudos should be going out to the Hammer City League as a whole for just picking up their game on every level.
Play begins again. Holland Ass, number 550 for Orangeville, picks up lead quickly coming around the mountain. She's on a scoring pass, 3 to beat. Puts herself through the defenders. My credit to the defenders of Hammer City for not trying to draw a penalty by falling on their faces. She hit them pretty hard in the back of the wall.
She did indeed. She winced as she crashed into the back. Orangeville springing into action, crushing that wall out of the way. Holland Ass not having to deal with it at all this time. Free sailing, 5 points for Pulp Affliction.
I think no matter what the outcome of this particular bout, Captain Lou, I think everyone would say that Orangeville will be a force to be reckoned with in Ontario Roller Derby moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree with that. A league that's been around for such a short time, but coming out and performing at such a high level at this tournament. And I think everyone who has watched them has been really, really impressed. Not just with the jamming core, but the blocking prowess that is out there. They do a good job of keeping things together. They limit the number of penalties that they take. Very impressive on the part of the ladies from Orangeville.
And Orangeville, not a particularly large city, Captain Lou, nor a population center, which would necessarily create this kind of derby situation. Unlike Hammer City, a big city, and Dangerous, a big skater, gets lead.
Dangerous trekking her way around the track, looking to do one more scoring pass. Red Hot Sonia is out as well. Jam called off, no points for Orangeville. And 3 points for Dangerous and Hammer City. They're going to move to 88, 26 for Pulp Affliction. We probably should also send some love to the 1234 Skate Company. From equipment to training to advice, 1234 Skate Company will get you rolling. Visit 1234skateco.com. Thank you to all of our sponsors for the Fresh and the Furious Tournament 2013 edition. Brought to you on Canuck Derby TV, produced by Layer9.ca. What could be the last jam of the game, Slim, is underway. Steffi Spitfire against Starburst, and Hammer City getting the better of it once again. Lead jammer going to Steffi Spitfire. Starburst being cycled all the way back by Home Wreckin' Holly.
Steffi Spitfire now up at the front of the pack. She tries to cut through on the inside line. Deft footwork by Steffi Spitfire. She is able to cram her way through the inside line. She has a Grand Slam.
Starbus has escaped from the pack, but the period clock is ticking down. 3, 2, 1. It's all up to when Steffi Spitfire wants to end this game, and she says, I want it done with now. Hands go to the hip. 4 whistles indicate the end of the jam, end of the game. 4 points go on the board. Hammer City does not break the century mark for a third time, but they do get 97 points. Pulp Affliction remaining at 26. Congratulations to the Hammer City Rollergirls FreshMeat team for getting third place at the Fresh and Furious Tournament 2013 edition.
A tremendous victory for Hammer City in what you mentioned earlier, Captain Lou, has been a rebuild year for them. In terms of the Women's Flat Track Derby Association, they've really rehabilitated their image after a period in the wilderness, and now it looks like their future is in very good hands.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to seeing some of these skaters continue to skate at a higher level, continue to bring their game up. There are some skaters that were very exciting to watch this weekend. I'm also impressed with Orangeville. Orangeville coming in fourth. You can't be too upset with that if you're Orangeville. I mean, It's your second year of existence, and you're able to take fourth place at this tournament.
Absolutely not, Captain Lou. And folks at home, if you liked that, you're going to love what is coming up. The championship bout.
Yeah, I am super pumped up for this. Bûches defeating Hammer City earlier today by about 20-ish points. The Divas defeating Hammer City just a game before this by 12 points. All things point to a fantastic finish to the Fresh and the Furious 2013, brought to you by the GTA Rollergirls. Thank you very much, hostesses and hosts.
We're going to take a little bit of a break.